Is this thing even charged? What's up y'all, how y'all doing? Today I'll be attempting to make my first ever radio transmitter. I know, sounds cool, right? Yeah, this video is inspired by two YouTubers named Electro Boom and Plasma Channel. They made each videos about such kind of tech and I wish to replicate it. So yeah, and also this subscriber suggested this idea. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make his wishes come true. And to build this transmitter of mine, I need two devices, a ZVS driver and a flyback transformer. This is the frequency that the ZVS is operating. So yeah, this is what it looks like. The MOSFET just died out the moment I switched them on. Yeah. Okay, after a good time of, well, quote-unquote editing, I made this new form of a ZVS driver. There is this toroid that's dangling like a ball, well, one ball, and also a capacitor, which is about 200 nanofarad. Oh, look at this. Now all that I'm going to do is connect my ZVS driver to this amplifier, a sound amplifier, which I hooked an audio to it. Now all that it does is just making small audio into bigger audio, and eventually we'll hear it on the flyback transformer. Now right there, this is my mom's phone, to be honest. And it's connected to the audio input right here, and this MOSFET over here is an amplifier MOSFET or a power MOSFET. And right here you can see that this thing is the amplifier circuit that I was talking about. It uses a single MOSFET to switch the signals, and yeah, this is the amplifier circuit. And over there is just my ordinary rectifier circuit that delivers about 12 volts and 3 amps. So yeah, I'm gonna be running in that kind of power with the input signal into my ZVS driver, and then a spark will be created through or via this flyback coil. Alright, now let's turn this shit up. Hear that? Oh, and by the way, this radio is broadcasted in Ethiopia, so it's an Amharic language, my nation's language. So shout out to my country. The frequency stayed the same, but the amplitude keeps changing because of the voltage. And if I had an oscilloscope, this is exactly what I would be seeing. Alright, that's great. Now this thing works, which is really good. Now all we have to do is just separating the distance between the high voltage and the ground. We must separate it very far. Hook an antenna to this output terminal and connect this one to the ground. When the antenna is hooked to the flyback transformer, the antenna will create a ripple of electromagnetic field through the air. And this is what the field look like. So yeah, I found this antenna, these two antennas from my parents' old, that fat TV you're all familiar with. So yeah, I'm gonna be using one antenna for transmitting and one for the receiver, which I'll come back to it later. To be honest, these two antennas remind me of that meme. Alright, turning it on. You hear that sh sound? That is the frequency. The air is so vibrating that it creates a sh sound, which we call a coronary discharge. It's from the flyback transformer. Now, as the transmitter sends signals, the receiver pick it up from the air. Now, as that happens, the frequency of the transmitter must be equal to the receiver, which means this. Now, this is what we call a tuning. Is the thingy where you turn the knob of a radio to match the exact frequency. You change the capacitor, by the way. Alright, now I've made the receiver part. This is my power supply that runs this small transistor, which is a 2N222 transistor which is parallel to these two capacitors, the same as the transmitter one, and eventually connected to a long, hard antenna. But the power that I'm using is so small that earthing is not an option. Okay, right there, I earthed the transmitter, and over here I have earthed over there. But when I turn this thing on, and when I come back here and run this thing, there's a sound, but there's no sound over there, which I hooked it up to my speaker over there. Can you hear it? Nope. Yeah, that's why. Because the earthing is so small. So instead of just earthing it, I just connect two of the earthing wire together. Which means I did this. All the way up. So yeah, just to show you guys, I'm gonna turn this on. You see? It's connected. One wire. It's transmitting radio. And they have a common ground, and you can hear some speakers. See that? Oh yeah, and by the way, guys, I'm not scamming you or anything. You see radios? You can hear that over there? Yeah, so my mic song keep changing, which is good. So yeah, somehow it works. Oh yeah, by the way, this is most Ethiopians' favorite song or something. So yeah, in some extent it works, to be honest. And it's really cool. But I'm also upset because the earthing does not work well. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. So yeah, at least I made a radio, which I am really happy about. So yeah, maybe in the future I'll better improve this radio thing until I broadcast like many feet away or many meters away, depending on the country. So yeah, this is shortly how a radio works. And this is one of the ways that you can build a radio. Probably the only way that I know. And yeah, I hope you learned something, to be honest. And I hope you're gonna build this thing by yourself. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. So yeah, see you next time.